Hello, Jamilah. And
Hello.
hello, everybody.
Hello,
How's everyone tonight? Good evening, everyone, and welcome to World Awakening. I'm so honored with Jamilah to be here with you tonight, holding space for our beloved Andrea as she continues her journey through her healing process. As you all know, Andrea's always been a guiding light, someone who lifts others, protects truth, reminds us of the profound strength that we all have in a human spirit. While she's away, receiving the care that she needs and the time and the rest, this community, all of you, all of us together, become her circle of support and embrace her chorus of love. Tonight we're excited because we have some really cool people on. I'm not going to give you all the names, but Jamilah and I will be having some great conversations with a few people who truly love Andrea and who she truly loves back. Together we're going to celebrate her spirit, share stories, and send forward the kind of love that Andrea's always given us. We are so blessed, so blessed.
That's right.
So, Jamilah, how in the heck are you?
I am here. I am grateful. My fur baby had surgery yesterday, and he's doing well, so I'm very happy.
We're sending lots of love and healing for your baby boy.
Yes.
I'm so glad he came through his surgery well.
Yes, he did.
Thank goodness. And right as I say that, the sirens outside start up and I see lights going. Crazy. Oh, my goodness. So I did want to let everybody know if Andrea's, I know she's in contact with so many of you out there, and she's really good at, trying to keep up with people. Right now she's having a rough time. She has some swelling in her right hand. And so texting isn't the easiest thing for her. So if you're not hearing a lot from her, that's why.
Give her some grace.
Yeah, give her some grace.
Give her some grace.
So first, we're going to bring in a wonderful friend, an amazing human being whom, we all love. He's in almost every chat we've ever had. I know anytime I've been on the show, he's here. He's been to the Conjuring House, and he adores Andrea and Jonathan. So nice to see your face.
Nice to see you too.
Hi, Jonathan.
Hello, Jamilah.
So we're going to kick it right off because, Andrea might not listen tonight, but at some point during the day, she's a little more spunky. So she will listen to this show. And we just, hi, Joseph. And Brendan, we want to give the love back to her and tell our stories a little bit on how we know her and how it's affected us. So we'll start right off with Jonathan. How did you meet Andrea?
So I met Andrea at the Ocean State Paracon in the summer of 2014. That's when I met her.
That's a while ago.
Yeah. So just over a decade now. I had seen the movie The Conjuring and was watching all her YouTube that was going on, and I'm like, I need to meet her, and I'm from the same town as she is. So I'm like, I gotta meet her. And so they had the Paracon, and I went to it, and there she was at her table. We connected really quickly. Had a big hug. And she has the best hugs. She really does.
Best ever.
We agree with that. Yeah.
And like I said, we just hit it right off. The connection was made, and we've been talking. We've been I've been seeing her since. At the Paracons, even at the farmhouse, we hung out a few times. So it's been quite fun. She's very enjoyable, very loving.
Right. And isn't it beautiful how Andrea has, with all of us, I think that's a common factor with her tribe, is the moment you met, you got that hug.
Yep.
That was it.
That was that.
That was it.
Yeah.
It was sailing from there. Yep.
Right. Oh my gosh. So since 2014, that is quite a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Not a whole lot longer than I think I met her in 12. But
oh wow. Yeah.
That's amazing. So, if you could think of one story that really, an Andrea story that has impacted your life, what would that be?
That's a good one to think about.
There's so many. I've thought of that myself and went, God, where do you
That's
start?
really a tough one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because everything she's talked about has affected in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Every time she says to be the light you seek, it can be difficult, but I try to follow that.
Mm-hmm.
I try to follow that. I don't know. It's off the top of my head. I just can't pluck it off the top of my head.
Right. So let me ask you this. Did you have a galactic connection before you met Andrea?
Well, I did once when I was, I want to say a teenager. It was during an actual thunderstorm, and there was some type of, it wasn't the lightning, it was some other, like a ship above the trees. This is down in Burrillville, Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm.
There was it was just so cloudy, couldn't quite make it out. There's definitely like some type of ship above the trees. And then there's just that incident. And then I want to say maybe 2 years ago, not that long ago, there was here where I live now, out in the front, across the street, we have pretty tall trees at the neighbors across the street. And right above the tree line, if you're looking at the sky, at first I thought it was an airplane coming. You see a little white light, and I thought it was an airplane. But no, it wasn't. The light actually stopped when I made contact with it, like it stopped, then went behind the tree where you couldn't see it.
Ooh.
Then it came back out again. And then all of a sudden, just like whoosh, it was gone. And this happened quite a few nights in a row, actually. And I'm like, wow. I text Andrea. I'm like, Andrea, I explained it all to her, and she's like, "That's them," she said. Mm-hmm.
So, did she help you with that connection, as far as how you dealt with it, how you felt about it, anything like that?
I think she did some help with that because I think it was at one of the Paracons before that incident is where she did the third eye. She did the third eye on me. No. And that's when I saw them. So.
Yeah. So you had the third eye opening by Andrea.
Yep.
And
sure have.
She probably told you, as she does everybody, your life will never be the same again.
Nope.
Once that happens.
Now, interestingly enough, I haven't had I've had that experience and stuff, but I haven't had a lot of paranormal experiences since she's done it. But like she has explained to me, like sometimes it's like a block, sometimes that you don't even realize you're doing. I think that sometimes happens to me. Sometimes I have like that little shade.
Yeah.
And there's other times where like I'll be on like other shows with other friends or whatever. I'll be just sitting here on the computer and out of the corner of my eye, I'll see something like go whoosh off to the side, go whoosh right by me, and I'll be like, what's that? Who's that?
Right. Oh my gosh. Well, this is your opportunity to say anything that you would like to say to Andrea.
I would like to say that I love her deeply. I love her very, very much. That I pray that this cancer leaves her body. It should not even gone in her to begin with. It's such a sneaky disease, such a sneaky virus. She's been through so much, and she deserves all our love. She deserves all the light as possible. And I could see this. I could see her flipping that switch. I could see that glow in her again.
Yeah.
I could see that energy she had, and I could see it all coming back. I could see her fighting through this.
I love that.
That's amazing.
I love that a lot. And by seeing that, I kind of encourage everybody to see her healed.
Yeah.
Because that's how we manifest.
Yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
So thank you. Thank you for that, Jonathan.
Very welcome.
She's an amazing soul. She loves you deeply. I've never seen her speak your name without, that Andrea light up that she gets.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm thankful that you were able to make it tonight and give her that love back. And I'm sure.
Can I ask a quick question?
Absolutely.
Okay. Most people when we meet Andrea and we get that hug, did you have a physical feeling when you first met Andrea? Did you
Yeah, it was my first Paracon, and I was so nervous that day in the crowd and everything. And after having a hug from her, and that hug was such a not really explainable, really. It's just
that's it.
An abundance of love,
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I was so comfortable the rest of the day. It was almost like a sister. No, I have an older sister, but it was almost like a sister that I've had all my life and never knew.
It's like coming home.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
It's like coming home.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful.
Good to know I ain't crazy. I mean, I am, but
Wow. Can we vote on it? I mean, I love you and hang out with you a lot. So there's that.
Oh boy.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, it would be so boring if we didn't have some craziness, right?
I mean,
That's right. And Andrea loves us, so we must not be all bad, right?
Right.
you must not. I mean, she's touched too, but
Yeah.
that's why we love her. And she loves us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Is there anything else that you would like to add to this, Jonathan, before we move along?
All I can say is just hoping for, like I said, for all the love that we given her. I can see, like I said, I can see it. She'll pull through this. I know there's some setbacks, but she'll pull right through this.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Positive attitude. I love that. I love that.
Keep speaking that. Everybody's watching.
Yep.
That's what we should all be doing. We should all be doing that. We should all, I know we do our thing on that Saturday, all together. But whenever we think about her, we should be speaking that out, not just thinking about her, but speaking into her life, speaking healing into her.
There's been times I've thought about her, and I'll get a text from her right after. All right.
We all know how that goes.
Yes, we do.
Okay. Well, thank you, Jonathan. It was so good to see your face. I just want to grab
You're
it.
so welcome.
Give you a kiss. I love you. I appreciate you. You take care. Okay.
You too. Thank you.
All righty. Thank
Bye,
you.
Jonathan.
He's so sweet. I just love him to pieces. So next, yes, he does. He's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We have also a friend of mine and somebody who Andrea loves very much, as she does most of us. But Dan is pretty special, so we're going to bring in Dan Smith. Hey, Dan. Oh my gosh, I miss you.
Hello, ladies. Hi, good evening.
Good evening. It's so good to see you. And I want to say real quick that we were doing, quite a bit of work together, the four of us, and all of a sudden work stopped. I haven't seen you in quite a while, years, and you had 2 kids.
Yeah, that would be a 3-year-old and a 9-month-old. Yep.
Yay,
Yep.
congratulations.
So kudos, congrats. I love it.
I've been busy on the no sleep till Friday diet, so that's kind of what happened.
Get that.
Kind of fell off. Although I've had a strong calling recently to get back into things.
Good.
Yeah.
So I will be seeing you more. So we're going to start out, of course, with how did you meet Andrea?
So I first met Andrea at the Little Traverse Bay Parafest in Petoskey, Michigan, northern Michigan. Wait, am I doing it right? Is it backwards? like up here, like a half an hour from the UPA, way up there. And I knew who she was. We had that little meet and greet event for those speakers that weekend. I think on that Friday night. And I remember when I first walked up to Andrea, she looked at me and she smiled, just like she always does, arms out, like we've been friends forever. And I had this weird feeling that I've not had before. And I told her, this might sound weird to you. She said, go ahead, honey. There's nothing weird to me. And I said, I feel like I know you. Like, hey, how you been? Like, I know you from somewhere else. I can't tell you where or when or how or why. But there was immediate connection. And as you know, she just pours out all of her love. So for me, it was like, okay, I've heard of the Conjuring case, and it's quite famous and quite extreme. More so than Andrea even tends to talk about the really dark stuff. And you would expect someone coming out of that situation to be messed up, which is totally okay and understandable. Like look at Danny Lutz, for example, lifelong therapy. You would expect them to be exhibiting some neuroticism, like negative emotions like fear, anxiety, anger, sadness, maybe like harm avoidance, about potential threats. So you would think that someone wouldn't be that open when you first meet them. But for her, it was the complete opposite. And I've always been intrigued by her take. Because as you know, the rest of her family just wanted nothing to do with the farm, with the experiences. They had them. They were negative. They were over it. And they never wanted to return.
Right.
But Andrea always had a different spin on it. She always has. And I think, they always say, like, it's always darkest just before the dawn.
Mm-hmm.
But she's been able, for some reason, to take a life experience like that, which we can all sort of try to empathize with and understand, but we can't 100% understand that unless you lived it. Yeah. And said, okay, I've seen the darkest darkness, but I choose to live in the light. And it's always been very interesting to me. So I picked that up right off the bat. She was cheerful. She was loving. She was happy. She treated you like your best friend from the very beginning, and it was very unusual to me. I'm sure I made some weird faces those first few minutes. You would think that they would tend to avoid like stressful situations or new people or be on guard all the time. Maybe post-traumatic stress disorder. None of that is exhibited in Andrea. It's all love and light. So from the very beginning, again, I don't know where I know her from, but I do. I had the opportunity to speak to her for quite a long time, her and Roger, during the COVID epidemic. She had a lot of cancellations, and I have a podcast series that might come out someday where she talked about it all, and we really talked about things on a deep level. And I feel like that's another thing about her. I like people who are intellectual and can just dive into like deep philosophical questions.
Yes.
And talk about life and love and sort of what it all means. And she's one of those, 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Andrea, I hope you're doing well. I wish you the best. But we all know, like, you're the strongest out there. So we know you got this, and we're here to support you however we can. Very positive looking with the property maybe being saved. And there's a lot going on behind the scenes there, but so Andrea just kind of hit me as a different person. You don't always meet someone like that.
Right.
I don't know if I've met someone like that since I met her, to be honest.
Yeah.
She's just this old soul. And I oftentimes when I think about her, I think about like, why the hell did she choose to incarnate here? Isn't she due for something like much higher and more loving and light? And this is a lot of suffering and very dense, to get through every day here.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's out to get you. It seems like you can't eat cornflakes because you'll get cancer. You can't breathe the air because you'll get diabetes. You know what I mean? So for me, right at the bat, she was just loving, open, treated you like her best friend. She still does that to everyone. I think that's why she's so revered and loved, despite what she's seen and what maybe she could have fallen into.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That darkness, like most people would just clam up. Maybe I don't want to be out in public. I don't want those stressors. I've had enough of my life. And she's just not only seeks it out, but just I can't explain it. She just exudes this. If you've never been around Andrea, you have to meet her because there's this. I can't explain it. I just meet her in person, and you'll feel this sensation or feeling or emotion that you've never felt before. It's very special.
Right.
You said it's always darkest before the dawn. She is the dawn. She
is.
Yes.
When you meet her, things just light up. She brings that.
Yeah.
Maybe we think her and I have talked about it at length, but there's a good chance she's a hybrid. So I think maybe she's here to help us that way, and that's what she's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that
she's carved out for something much higher and more meaningful than us slugs down here on the bottom.
Yeah. I think you hit the nail on the head there. I've always said, Andrea is here for all of us. And Andrea, every show she ends with, be the light that you seek. She is the light that she seeks, that we seek.
Yeah.
I don't know how she does it either.
I wish I could be more like her. I'm sure we all do.
Even now, talking to her, and we talk daily, she's been through an awful lot in her lifetime, a lot that, people don't even know about. She lost her mom, a little more than a year and a half ago, and then almost immediately had the diagnosis of cancer. And she is still that radiant, beautiful light.
She is.
When she was here, she came this spring for a retreat weekend. And, she just grabs your face, and everybody knows how this goes with her. And she plants that kiss on you, and boom, everything's beautiful. Even with all she's going through now.
I remember my wife going, okay, we're kissing on the lips now. Okay, well, I just met you, and that's awesome.
Oh, yeah. And she doesn't even think about it. And I think that's proof she's a hybrid right there, because, most humans aren't going to do that.
Yeah, true.
Andrea?
She's here. I think you're right. She's here for us. I once heard a medium or someone say, like, years ago, I can't remember who it was, that just the idea that what if this one incarnated soul, Hitler, was put here to create all this wreaking havoc and suffering, pain and death, so that they could help educate an entire world of people? What if that one person chose that life to help everyone else move forward faster? Mm-hmm. And it's kind of what I feel like. I don't know if she like believes in the Akashic records and you choose your life. It seems like she would choose to come down here and help us, like put out a hand and say, hey, at the low bar down there. Hey, you. Find a reason to be happy. Mm-hmm. That's something you should do every day. I've tried to live that for a couple of years now since I've met her. Find something in your day that makes you happy. There's so much around us, like anxiety and negativity, and gosh, you just see like a heartwarming video online these days, and you're like, oh, that's a breath of fresh air, just away from all this bickering and fighting among people.
Right. Yeah.
Find something. Yeah. What is that? Is it a morning cup of coffee? Is it the sunrise, the sunset? Mm-hmm. For me, it's a can of Fresca. It can be that simple. So find your
in a few seconds of Andrea.
Yeah, or more.
Right. I hear you. Thank you, Dan, for coming on and sharing that love. We'll be doing this until Andrea is ready to come back, because we all fully believe that she will. If anybody can, it's her. So, if you decide you'd like to come back on, let us know.
Absolutely. Andrea, kick its ass. We all love you.
Love you. See you. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Have a great night. And speaking of videos, I think Bill might have a video back there that we could play really quick before we bring our surprise for Andrea on. Bill, do you have that video? And is it ready? Can we do that?
Hello, everyone. Aren't you having so much fun so far? I'm having a blast. My name is River Hassett. I'm an actor as well as a lover of the paranormal and galactic universe. I just want to take a few moments of your time to express my eternal love and gratitude for our sweet Andrea. I wrote a little letter that I have here with me. Look at that. So please just don't mind my eyes darting back and forth. I wanted to get this right. It's really important to me, and I know it's important to a lot of people out there. So here you go. Our paths first crossed when I discovered House of Darkness, House of Light. Having only seen that certain notorious, semi-accurate film only once in middle school, to read the truth was astounding. As many of you know, the trilogy isn't just a series of scary stories, but an honest, vulnerable, compelling recollection of a beautiful tenure on an even more beautiful property. Sisterly bonds, farm life, loyalty, the power of family, love and loss, all wrapped up in a stunning family memoir. Now, don't get me wrong. Certain aspects of the book scared the shit out of me. But that's not what attracted me or caught my attention. It was the way Andrea paints with words. Andrea writes lyrically. The words dance off the page. When she writes of the stone walls surrounding the property, You can feel your hands running along the jagged edges of stone. You can hear the pitter-patter of children racing up and down steep steps. Feel the rush of cold air. Hear the barn moan in the wind. You can smell Carolyn's coffee, the nectar of the gods. You can bask in the thick soil of the garden. You can practically walk the property while reading the trilogy. After finishing volume 1, I just had to get my hands on the rest of the volumes 2 and 3. Upon doing a little research, the universe brought me to Lyn, my sweet Lyn. Lyn went above and beyond, not only to help me get the rest of the trilogy, but to connect me with Andrea, much to my surprise. I want to thank Lyn for being there for Andrea and for making this transition seamless. My eternal gratitude to Lyn for all that you do. Love you, Lyn. One April morning, when pulling into work, I got a phone call. It was Andrea Perron. I mean, can you imagine? I was like, oh, it's Andrea Perron. Her velvet voice echoing through the phone. She wrapped me in love that morning, and I'll never forget it. From that moment on, we clicked. 2 past lives joining together on an ordinary day. Connecting on all things theater, Joni Mitchell, Bonnie Raitt, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, good food, the paranormal, and even the Buffalo Bills. Go Bills! Hours have been spent late night chatting, sending songs back and forth to play to our galactic family. She's always a phone call away. I want to thank Andrea for that. Andrea, are you listening? Look at me. Thank you. You didn't have to reach out. You didn't have to do any of it. But that's who you are. Andrea is otherworldly. Truly. Passion, honesty, integrity, and kindness seep through her, every ounce of her being. Oh, and listen to this woman sing. If you haven't heard this lady sing, oh, if you ever have the chance to. It's butter, it's butter. We're just so incredibly lucky to have you. So thank you, Annie. I found my tribe. I love you. We all love you. I'll leave you with a quote from a monologue performed by Meryl Streep in Carl Franklin's 1998 film One True Thing. It's so much easier to be happy, my love. It's so much easier to choose to love the things that you have. And you have so much. And remember, everybody, we are all made of stardust, and because that is true, anything is possible. Love you.
Oof.
That was amazing.
I made it through and didn't cry this time.
No, you
when
did.
he sent that to me, oh my God, I had to stop it like 3 times and just blow my nose.
I don't believe
That was
you. I
beautiful.
cried.
Thank you, River, for sending that. He couldn't be on, but
That was amazing.
yes. Now, a good surprise for Andrea is our next person on, and that is Tony Rathman. Tony!
How you both doing?
Oh, we're doing great. We really are. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Couldn't be happier to have been invited to speak tonight. So many stories over the many years. I could talk about Andrea. Just the most amazing person on the planet. And, there's not a single person out there that's met her that isn't going to agree completely with that statement. And the most amazing thing about her is that, she has a philosophy on almost everything, But the most amazing part about her is that she follows that in her actions, in her behaviors, in the way she treats each and every person she runs into. You don't have to be a big name. You don't have to be somebody everybody knows. She treats everyone with the most amazing amount of kindness, sincerity, and makes you feel alive, makes you feel just special. When you know that the next person that comes up is going to walk away feeling that too. And that is a quality not normally seen in individuals. It's just not. And she does it. She does it with sincerity, and she does it well.
Oh, boy, does she.
Absolutely.
Yes. Well said, Tony. Well said. She absolutely does. And it's funny because we talked last week about when Andrea finds her tribe, and she finds us. She hugs us, kisses us, and we're hooked. We're her best friend, and she truly means that with every bit of her being.
Yeah.
Absolutely, she does.
What a beautiful gift for all of us.
Correct. She's teaching all of us what we should be. And over the years of knowing her, I've seen that time after time after time. And it's just, it's refreshing. It is. And I think that's why most people, when they meet her and get to know her and, even get to talk to her for 5 minutes even, walk away with that feeling, because it's just something that just pours out of her. And it is absolutely amazing. I don't know what other word to use for it, but it is something that unless you've experienced it, it's hard to describe. But once you've had that experience, meeting her, talking to her, getting to know her, it doesn't matter what the experience is. It's just that connection. You feel it instantly.
That's it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So how would you describe your relationship with Andrea?
Well, let me start with how I met her.
Yeah.
I think it was, and if I get this wrong, because it's possible, but I think it was 2019. And I was helping out the Dark Zone doing the Lizzie Borden, the Queen Mary, and the Conjuring, which followed that one. But I'm pretty sure it was Lizzie Borden. And one of the members of the Dark Zone team got a hold of me and said, "Hey, we're doing these lives, and podcasts, computers. Would you be able to help us make sure that people's audio settings are right and their cameras are right and there's not bad backgrounds or shadows?" And I said, "Oh yeah, sure. Absolutely, I can do that." And so then the next thing they said to me is, "Okay, well, I'm going to give you a phone number, and it's for Andrea Perron." And of course, my first impression was, oh my God, I knew who that was. I had not met her before, but I knew exactly who I was going to get in contact with. It was like I had 20 minutes, I think, to get her set up and make sure everything was working. And I'm going to be perfectly honest, I was a little nervous. But I got a hold of her. She was absolutely amazing. She said, I really appreciate your help. I'm not good with this stuff. I said, we will have you up and running in no time, no worries. And that's how we initially met. And we got along instantly and communicated. And then, that event happened. And it probably wasn't more than a week or two, maybe 3, when she contacted me again and she goes, "You're really good at this podcast stuff." And I said, "Well, thank you." And she goes, "I've been wanting to bring back a World Awakening for a while now," because apparently it was done before, and it was done with
George Lopez.
Yes. And she said, "Would you want to be involved?" And of course, I didn't turn that down. I wouldn't turn that down. I said, absolutely, let's do this. So we brought back A World Awakening, got it on video, on a podcast, and it's still going today, which is just absolutely fantastic to see. And, you know, she's just incredible. She has influenced my life on so many levels. I've done filming with her. We were out in LA shooting stuff. We were in Joshua Tree shooting stuff. And then she would, when she found herself out in the Southwest, she'd say, hey, I'm going to be out there. I'm doing a presentation. You know, you want to show up? Absolutely. I help her put presentations together and all sorts of other stuff. But just the conversations we would have, the information. I remember one morning, and I think we were in Laughlin, Nevada. But we both got up around the same time, and we'd always go have a cigarette. So we went down to the casino, and I could literally feel her come down the elevator. And as I turned, the doors, I had already turned, or I was just turning, and the elevator doors opened. I mean, I had no idea that it was her, but it was her. And she looked a little shook up, and she was saying to me, oh my, I got it. She's like, sit down, we got to talk. I think we talked for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. But she was telling me about an experience she had the night before and what had occurred. And she's like, I don't know what to think of this. I don't know what this means. And, you know, just to be able to just have conversation like that about anything and the connection and the I don't even know the words for it, but just the immense interaction of feelings, worries, concerns, and then ending it positively and walking away going, you know what, this is all going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. And she does that with everything. And, you know, and I was saying before about how it doesn't matter who it is. She treats everybody with the utmost love, kindness, and respect. But I think this was the same event. It might have been a different one. But, you know, she was running nonstop, doing different presentations and stuff. And every maybe handful of hours, she'd get a really small break. So she'd say, come on, let's go have a cigarette. I'm like, okay, let's go. You know, and this was on the downtown streets of LA. So there were people coming up left and right. Hey, got an extra cigarette? Sure, here you go. We'd be out there for one, and she'd probably have given away 6 or half her pack by the time she went back in. But, you know, she never even blinked an eye at it. She's like, yeah, here you go. And that unbelievable kindness is shown in absolutely everything she does. Yeah. And she is someone that literally just, there's not a person probably on the planet that can't look up to and say, I want to be like that, or I need to be like that, because she shows it on every level and everything she does. And not even to mention the negative stuff that she's been through, or the stuff that's been, like Dan was saying, that would probably break somebody down. She handles it. She refocuses that energy. She turns it into light and love, and she still exudes that every single day. That to me is just phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal. And you're right, Tony. I don't think there could be, if there's anybody on this planet that could look at Andrea and say, I don't want to be like her, I don't want to know that person.
Exactly.
I can't imagine anybody could not want to be like Andrea.
She is the embodiment of practice what you preach. She is
perfectly said.
You know,
and she does. I mean, I've never heard her say anything that I haven't seen her do or exude that behavior regularly. And that is very rare. I mean, you can look at people talking about stuff left and right, and then you turn around and go, wait a minute, you just said, but you just did this. What happened? Never. Never have I seen that. She is everything she talks about. She is everything that you feel when you get close to her. She exudes it, and she never breaks stride from that. And that
Never.
just makes her.
It's not performative. It is so genuine, and she's that way. Whether it's 100 people, 1,000 people, or just you and her. She's just that way.
She's Andrea, and that is who she is, and she'll never be anything but. And just, warms my heart to even just think of her any day, anytime. And she just a beautiful, wonderful woman without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she has had quite an impact on your life as well.
Absolutely, she has. From everything from, expanding my knowledge of UFO, the galactic family, the connections made, the connections between what I always believed to be just paranormal versus extraterrestrial. She's shown me links between the two, crossovers, conversations I never thought I would be having about subjects that were just absolutely fascinating. Experiences. And I don't remember exactly which event this was, but I've been diabetic since type 1, since I've been like 15 years old. So I've had it for, I don't even want to put the years together, a long time, 35, 38 years, something like that. But there was a time I think we were either in LA or Laughlin. I don't remember which one. Doesn't matter. But she said, when we're done today, she said, when you're free, she said, contact me. So I did. And I said, what's up? And she said, come up to the room for a minute. I said, okay. Well, she literally placed her hands on me, said, I'm going to try to heal you. One of the most amazing experiences of my life. I mean, I was literally vibrating and shaking at the end of it. And, I have made some changes myself, as well as some of the way insulin is given to me now. But am I doing good? I am. I mean, that was probably, I don't know, 2 years ago, maybe, or something like that. 2. But talk about an experience. It was mind blowing. I mean, I remember walking out, and I remember my wife going, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I feel good." Why? And she's like, "Well, you're shaking. Your hands are shaking." I said, "Well, it was like energy just pouring through me," and it was incredible. It was absolutely amazing. I will never forget that as long as I live.
That is incredible. It really is. And, Andrea is a strong healer. I think a lot of it, though, Tony, is that pure, as Andrea would say, higher love.
Absolutely.
Love is the highest vibrational emotion
of any of
humans have. And Andrea has that. I'm not saying that, if somebody wrongs somebody, she's going to be as passionate about that, and everybody knows that, as she is about the other. Lays her hands on you and has that love. It's incredible. It
was mind blowing, and I'll never forget it. Not only from the compassion that she was showing, but the focus and the energy that she put into it. And I mean, it was a long day for her. I mean, probably 14, 15 hours of conferences and speaking and all sorts of other things. But yet, at the end of all that, and this was probably the last day. So we were there 2-3 days, 2, maybe 3. And then, so I'm sure she's exhausted, but she's like, hey, come up here a minute. And I was just, you never forget something like that, ever. Right. Especially from her. You just don't.
Yes.
No, No. And I didn't even, sorry, Bill, I missed that, but we're down to just a few minutes here. Oh my goodness, Tony. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Andrea adores you. She loves you. And I have to say, when she first started working with you, she called me up all excited. She said, I can't wait for you to meet Tony. You need to meet Tony. You need to come on the show and you need to see Tony. Honey, he's not from here. You're going to love him.
Yeah, I just want to say she's an amazing woman. I know she will beat this. She's got the strength. She's got the right vision. She's got hundreds of thousands of people giving her all the energy she needs to do it. We as a group will supply that to her and she will know what to do with it to make it happen. So Andrea, I love you. I know you are going to rebound from this quickly and you will be able to rejoin all the people that are missing you from day after day forward.
Yes.
Bless you, Tony. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so glad you were here. And Jamilah, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you're welcome to come back anytime. I don't know how long she's going to be on hiatus here, healing, but I know, whether it's me or Andrea, you're welcome.
I appreciate that.
We love you.
Both of you have a wonderful night. Thank you.
You too. Thank
you. Wow. How powerful is the love in this community right now? It's amazing.
It's a beautiful thing to see.
It really is. It really is. And I really thank you for being here. I thank everybody.
Yes.
It's been a great night. And until Andrea returns, let us all continue to hold her in our thoughts, in our prayers, and in our quiet moments. Let's surround her with that same fierce compassion that you've heard about tonight and unwavering support that she has shown to all of us. Everybody, remember to be the light that you seek. Jamilah, thank you. I love you. Annie, I love you.
Love you, Annie.
Good night, everybody.